Hello, Pisces. Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. There are just open messages this week, Pisces, and we're starting those open messages with the Divine Animal Oracle deck, and then we're getting into the Good Tarot. So, Pisces, let's see what the universe wants to talk to you about. What is the message for my dear Pisces, my Pisces friends? One more shuffle. All right, Pisces. Pisces. Time for a deep dive. Here you go. Like if Pisces wasn't already deep enough. And it's water, right? So that's interesting. Here you go, Pisces. Time to go deep, you little stinker. Get the skunk. What is this? Wow. Okay, you're getting moth spirit, surrender now. Dragon spirit, truth transcends illusion. And skunk spirit, know your worth. Wow. What the hell? Time to look deep within yourself here to see your worth, because there could be something going on around you that might make you feel less valued. Yeah. So let's see where that goes. And it's kind of interesting too that you have the symbolism of both this, like they're both kind of rising up into something. But the moth is saying like to surrender now, and not just, you know, like your intuition, but this is deeper. This almost feels like really deeper than even just intuition. What are my instincts saying about, you know, whatever you're going through right now? Where this kind of feels more like you could be surrounded by, I don't know why I'm hearing that. I'm hearing like incompetence. You could be surrounded by incompetence, and like you yourself could be quite competent, right? Because it's like not really know your worth. So I want to say that, like, because there's been times where I've worked in places and I've had bosses that were really sometimes I think the only reason you hold this position is because you're an organic substance and you inhale and exhale. Like you have a pulse. Seems to be the only benefit to hear at this. But, you know, but the funny thing is, like, those energies will definitely do things to try to make it seem like you don't have much value, because if you show too much of your value, then they immediately feel like less value. Or you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to say it in a really nice way. Although I just said some of my bosses were literally just, all they could do is breathe. I know I'm the worst. I never said that to them. They were also the ones that begged me not to leave when I handed in my resignation. So that says, yeah. What is that? Like, look deep within yourself here. See your worth. See your value, regardless of what is going on around you. Surrender to the illusions. Let them go. The truth will move. The truth will shine. So if there's something going on right now that makes it seem like you don't have much value, or maybe there's people around you that don't really recognize the value that you have, like, don't let that deter you, and don't let that change your perspective on who you are. You little stinker. Oh, my neighbor. I was warned actually when I first moved here that skunks like to nest under their deck. I could quite smell that. So, but I don't think they can get into my yard. Do skunks climb fences? Like a 6-7 foot fence. A skunk couldn't climb that. Because the bottom of my fences have all been closed off so that le poopy dog does not escape. I don't know. I haven't seen them, but they're stinky. But that doesn't mean that they don't have value. Right? Oh, comparing. See, it's like, I do that too. Like the little skunk is on the flower. You have your own scent. You have your own unique way. And maybe you're you're in a field of daisies, but you're a skunk. Well, I'm going to tell you. So yeah, if the daisies are all judging you, they stink. But if you were in a field of, so, trying to think of something that smells worse than a skunk, and there isn't much, but like rotting. Oh, here it is. Okay, this is a fish factory, and they turned the leftover parts of the fish into compost. They sent it away for compost. So we could all imagine what that would smell like, right? So you're not being compared to the right things. But here's the thing. What does the compost do? It actually allows flowers to grow. Without it, the flowers would have shit all nothing. So you're even better than compost. I love it. Yeah, because compost has more value than the flowers. It's the compost that lets the flowers shine. And that's all they really do. I mean, they help the pollinators and stuff, but you know. So there you go. There's a little boost. That's the truth. The messenger of water. Time for a deep dive. Wow. I kind of feel like too, there's time for you to talk to your guides here. Like kind of get in touch here with your spirit guides. Could be some deep conversations for you to have too with people that, I don't know, somebody value you. Because to know your worth, that's just like, oh shit that. The Chariot, the Messenger of Fire, and the Seven of Earth. Under the Chariot, you have the Ace of Fire. Under the Messenger of Fire, you have the Wheel of Fortune. Under the Seven of Earth, you have Temptation. Time for a deep dive. Know your worth. Okay, the first message that's coming in with the cards that I see here are ahead of your time. Sort of like your ideas. Your ideas are ahead of your time. And well, too, because gosh, we think of all the inventors and artists and philosophers and, you know, that we value now. Because it's almost like society has evolved up to what it was that they were seeing at one point too, or what they were creating. But in their time, they weren't valued, right? And there is that here. So, and with the little stinker, the little skunker there, yeah, it just, honestly, it feels like that so strongly, like, you're ahead of your time somehow. So either, you know, maybe you have some dynamic ideas, or maybe you're working in a group right now. You know, it might not be a permanent, maybe it's a temporary work group that you've established or something like that. Or it's just where you are, maybe all the time at work. I don't know. Or your family. I don't know. It's like whatever is around you right now hasn't caught up to your thinking. Or what would value you isn't there yet, you know, like you haven't reached that. You haven't met that person, or you haven't come into contact with those people. Because there definitely is something here. Because I honestly, these cards, it's almost like you're kind of ahead of your time here. And I do want to say that with the Seven of Earth and Temptation underneath, I kind of want to say like this energy feels like the thing that you're approaching. And it's almost as if it's like where you would go suddenly from feeling like you have no worth, or nobody values what you do or bring to the table, or your ideas or your inventions or your philosophies. And then you meet someone who is someone or something here that it's almost as if it causes them to think in ways they've never thought before. and they find you quite tempting, is what I would say. Like, they find you quite tempting, like there's intriguing. So go deep. Don't swim on the surface, Pisces. Go deep here. This is, right? These are both going deep. These are going really deep. This is not swimming on the surface. This is going very, very deep. And then it's taking this, like, look at this. This is just, it's this beautiful, glowing, dynamic energy. And with the Chariot, it's the movement. But here, now this is too, like, when you get all these candles on her head with this messenger of fire, I just, like, it almost feels like light bulbs, right? Like light bulbs. And like, these could change. These could change the world. This could change situations. This could change people's outlooks and perspectives. But because this is showing up with, like, know your worth, truth transcends illusion. I don't know. I just feel like you have a lot of value, but the value comes from the depth of you here. And maybe you've gone a little bit, I don't know, even shallow. I don't mean like you're shallow in terms of, superficial or anything like that. It feels like shallow in terms of not exploring, the deeper creative parts of yourself for fear of it not being recognized. Or, you could be very nuanced as well. I don't know, like, if this is like just your life in general, or this could be like, maybe you're a poet or an author or an artist or a musician. Like, there's that energy of, please go deep. Like, I do want to say that there's energies that really will find this quite intriguing. It will cause them to rethink things. Like, it's nice. Oh, I like that card. You have love, which is the Lovers, but it is just love. It's quiet. It's a safe. So it's safe. Why is that safe? Or maybe whatever or whoever you are, or how you express that, maybe it's not a safe time or place to do it, or it's not a place where it's even recognized or valued. Right? And I kind of want to say too, like, don't waste your time with that. So what is this? Let's go to little tarot. It's a little teeny tiny tarot. What's the illusion here? What is the illusion? What's the illusion? I got the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. So there's some sort of an illusion at work or in your home. Like, there's some sort of illusion going on in a very, very, like, physical, obvious thing in your life. So it would even be hard to see past it. Like, it's two really solid pentacles. The illusion is somehow in, it could be something that you're working towards, or the way that you're working towards something too. Do with home or work again. Like, it feels really kind of personal. Like, I always say, because home and work occupy almost 100% of who we are. And then, so let's say 95, and then the other 5% gets scattered into shopping, hanging out with friends. And so this is a pretty big area of your life. Surrender now. Let's look at that. Surrender now. The Five of Wands, the Six of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. It's just surrendering. Like, don't fight for resources. Just get the Six of Pentacles in the fight. So don't fight for resources. Surrender now. I kind of wonder too, like maybe this feels like too, it could be somebody that works in, some sort of field too, where you might invent things and develop things, or science, and like, it doesn't have to be that, but it almost feels like it, like, don't fight for resources, because I want to say you don't have to work towards something that you already, I don't know. Okay, I was about to say that you already have. I don't know where that came from, because it doesn't make sense. It was almost like I channeled it. You don't have to fight for something that you already have. And so maybe that's the illusion, like you don't think you have it. Know your worth. You got the Three of Swords and the Strength card. Wow. So, I don't know. In whatever way, whatever capacity here, I want to say the Three of Swords, you've probably been painfully compared as an apple to oranges, like maybe your whole life. I don't know. I mean, with the Three of Swords, or if it's not your whole life, it's something a very significant relationship where you were compared to others. Maybe, like, even if these are romantic partners, maybe they've compared you to other partners that they've had in the past, or maybe they've compared you to their mom or their dad. Holy shit. The Strength card. Like, persevere. So there's something going on here about maybe you feeling like you have to show your worth. Because you don't. So just know it. Like, you don't have to fight for resources. You don't have to fight for resources. You don't have to fight for attention. What you think you don't have, you already have. And as I say that, it's really interesting because the Strength card, right, has, like, she's taming the lion. And in there, the lion, it's almost like you tame the lion, but the lion actually then provides, like, safety somehow. So there's a symbolism in that about something, or maybe someone. So go deep. Time for deep dive. The Messenger of Water. The Hanged Man. And the Lovers. So number 6 again, the Lovers. Time for a deep dive. This is seeing something. Okay. I feel like to see, to feel. It's almost like not so much to see as it is to feel. So I've said that a few times on this channel. I feel like I just said it with Aquarius. Or feel your way. There's been a lot of that, like, feel your way through it. Feel it. Don't see it. Which is interesting, right? Because truth transcends illusion. Like, trying to master the Ten of Pentacles. But that's the illusion. You don't need to master it. You've already achieved it. But it's weird, right? Because it's such a physical thing. So how could you... Maybe the promotion is already yours. Maybe the raise is already yours. The Chariot and the Ace of Fire. You don't have to do something. You have the Death card in the world. Like, right in the Chariot is movement. So here's what I'm getting. If you're trying to find the right home, you've already found it. If you're trying to find the right job, you've already found it. If it's not working out for you, it's going to change to work out for you. That's what it is. I mean, literally, that's what this is. I don't know how that happens, but that's how it is. I have no idea. Like, how could that be? I mean, it's like you feel like you need to, like, and it's getting these, and you're all probably like, we already understand something, we're because we're Pisces. And I'm like, my Taurus moon is just like, oh yeah, I need to ground this to make it make sense. I guess anything is possible. You don't need a new idea. You don't need to move forward with a new idea. It's like, because you got the death card with the world, like, you know. It's like you already have what you need. You already have it. I don't know. That's literally the message. It's like you already have it. So the messenger of fire and the wheel of fortune. Judgment. The king of fire. You have the king and queen of wands here. Judgment. The king of wands. Again. I honestly feel like you don't need to do anything. And I don't mean that, like, you should still get up and, you know, the cat needs the litter changed. You need to make the lunch for the kids or, you know, do those things. But there's something, like, big because it's the 8 to the 10 of Pentacles. So, and you don't need to do something. The 7 of Earth and temptation. It's almost like, too, I want to say with this, as this reading is transforming into the true depth of itself, it's like the more you plan, the more you just kind of put yourself into devil energy. Because, okay, you have the sun, the 6 of swords, and the universe is complete control. Like, everything is lined up for you. You don't need to worry about anything. You stop trying to drive the chariot because the universe has got, and the destination is on target. It's the sun. So just, you know, I don't know. There you go. The 9 of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. You just, you know, you just look at, I said like the little things, right? Like make sure the kids lunch. They got their lunch. Make sure the litter box is changed. Make sure the dog makes it to the groomer appointment. And just like look after like yourself, the stuff you got around. I don't know. Because honest to goodness, like, it's really, because these are general. I would never want to tell anyone, like, don't put your resumes out there. But it kind of feels like if you've put your resumes out there and you haven't heard back in 8 months, you're going to hear, like, I don't know. You don't need to do anything. So that's all. That's what I got. I'm going to go to your extended Pisces. We're going to use the fairies with that. Magical blessings. Go outside. Just go outside and just find your magical blessings. That's all you have to do. Just find them. That's what they're... So I've been pulling out the underline just after, like, before I go into the extended so you guys can see it. It says, go outside. It's time to go outside, tune into the powerful piece of nature wherever you are and feel at one with your habitat. Oh, that's interesting, right? Like, know your worth. There's really something here like a strong drive. Like someone who feels like they've needed to prove themselves their whole life. And it's like the universe saying, you don't need to do that right now. You don't. Magical blessings. Whatever you're going through, you're being assisted by magical fairy blessings. The fairies say you can bless others too. So that's all you need to do. Just very kumbaya. And yeah, everything will just fall into place for you, Pisces. Like that. So I'm going to go do the extended. And that's what I have for you, my dear Pisces, my Pisces. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.